This is Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, and the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, along with the Fibonacci's. It is Monday, the 1st of March. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, particularly bullish start to the day here. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the 23.6% fib at 45,501. And the pivot level at 45,058 to support a continued run at the first major resistance level at 46,945. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 46,500 levels, however. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance of 47,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin test resistance at 49 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 48,590. A fall back through the 23.6% fib and through the pivot at 45,058 would bring the first major support level at 43,413 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer clear of sub 42,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 41,526. Looking at the MACD, we got a marked widening of the bullish histogram after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting this early upside. On the EMA, the 50 has narrowed the gap marginally on the 100 and the 200, also supporting upside early on. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the 23.6% fib and the pivot, and break out from 46,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, also bullish this morning. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the pivot at 1395 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1497. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high that was at 1469.96. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 1500 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we got the second major resistance level at 1572 and the 23.6% fib at 1579 to cap any upside. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 1320 and the 38.2% fib at 1292 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should steer clear of sub 1200s. Second major support level at 1218 should limit the downside. On the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting upside this morning. On the EMA, the 50 has marginally closed in on the 100 and the 200, supporting the upside ahead. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 1395 and break out from yesterday's high at 1469.96 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels are in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also a positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 164 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 175. We need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high at 173.17. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, got the second major resistance level at 184 to cap the upside on the day. A fall through the pivot would bring the 38.2% fib at 163 and the first major support level at 155 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer clear of the second major support level at 144. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bullish histogram supporting this early upside. On the EMA, the 50 has also narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, supporting upside on the day. So keep through the early part of the morning, avoid the pivot at 164, and break out from yesterday's high 173.17 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Finally, Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, also bullish. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 4161 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 0.4388. We'll need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high that was at 0.43831 So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 0.44 to cut any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we have the second major resistance level at 0.4610 and the 38.2% fib at 0.4632 to cap any upside on the day. A fall back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 0.3939 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the second major support level at 0.3712. Looking at the MACD, a widening of the bullish histogram this morning after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting upside early on. On the EMA, the 50 has marginally narrowed on the 100 and the 200, also supporting upside on the day. So keep through the early part of the morning, avoid a fallback through the pivot at 41.61 and break back through to 43s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.